Hey guys, this is Arm Productions, aka number 4673, and I am back in Cinders, part 22. This is going to be exciting. See if Sophia actually does well, or maybe she cocks up like Gloria. I kinda hope Sophia will do well, because she's not as bad as other people are. Let's just begin. Good evening, Your Grace. Oh, I hope I used the right style. Good evening, my lady. It's one of the very conventional titles used when addressing kings, so no, not really. At least not yet. Oops, looks like I blew it already. I wouldn't worry about that. I never understood all those subtleties myself, nor cared for them, for that matter. I must really be lucky then, since I don't care much for titles myself. Never seen the purpose. You do not? Quite a rare trait for the daughter of a noble house. And much more importantly, daughter of an ambitious lady. Don't forget, women with agendas, Your Highness. They tend to be pretty hard to overlook anyway. Oh, is that so? Oh yes, quite an overbearing character, that mother of ours. She even made us wear these dresses, you see. Have you ever worn a corset this tight, my prince? No, I've never had the opportunity. Oh, I neither had until today. He is a bit weirded out, though she has more personality than Gloria, give her that. But it doesn't really matter, because we all have our roles to play and tasks to fulfill. After all, a single night can change the fate of many whole families, great houses, dynasties, and etc. I can see you're quite upset, my lady. I'm the only daughter, and the younger daughter, and my mother wasn't born into ladyship, so it's the second-hand nobility you're speaking to. You don't have to lady me, my prince. All right, if you say so. So are you here because your mother asks you to come against your will? Yes, that's exactly why I'm here, because I'm a good girl who's willing to play her part. In that case, would you believe if I said the reason I'm here is not that different from yours? I guess you could call it family obligation. Yes, although my oppressive parent is here in spirit alone, his legacy is something his own influence paid for. I thought the wine tasted funny. Oh, you don't have to play that sharp look on me. If you like, if you're anything like me and your father was even slightly similar to my mother, a joke like that won't make you blink. You're right, having spent all my life among people trained to keep up appearances, I picked up all the conventional reflexes. Like acting shocked when someone is making a joke about our dead parent, even though everyone knows he wasn't as good as a father as he was as a king. I feel lucky already, at least nobody ever forced me into a mold of politeness. I shudder at the thought of someone trying. Such a silly concept, this politeness. Lying to each other in the name of good manners was as honesty was advice. You're a very original young woman. You know that? Isn't original one of the categories Scythians use when they lock you up in an asylum? Technically, I think it's as if. And I'm serious. I'm glad that you're here. I'd love to get to know you better. Oh, damn! She is so much better than Gloria, but I hope she doesn't cut it up trying to totally reject him. The correct response here would be to say thank you, Your Highness, and maybe blush a little bit, yes? Well, I'm not so good at blushing on demand. Don't get me wrong, my prince, you seem much more nicer than I expected, but I didn't come here because I wanted to have a chat with you. I'm here because my mother has serious control issues and wants me to play a role she scripted for me, probably before I was ever born. Not a very entertaining role, mind you. And as for my sister, well, alright, that actually is the pleasant part. I just wanted to show her that I can do better, even without trying. And I couldn't care less about ruling grown-ups, sitting in ridiculous chairs wearing funny hats made of metal. Frankly, it seems very silly to me. Well, you've made your point quite clear, so what now? Now, if you were a normal man, I would gladly invite you to a residence, show how our lovely family operates, get to know you better. But alas, you are not. Therefore, it's the perfect time to go back home and get this cursed thing off my waist. Whoever invented these must have been really something. Good night, have a nice ball and everything. I'm out of here. What the heavens? The ball is turning into a madhouse rather rapidly. Too bad though, this one I started to like. Come on, Sophia, why did you ruin this chance? I kind of ship you. Alright, I'm almost there and all ready. Time to make my grand entrance. Oh man, this is going to suck. First time we can go here. This is going to suck a whole lot. A complete utter disaster. You have no idea how much this will cost our family. You had a chance to secure the future for yourself. And for your children and their children. You'll be very lucky to find a single man in the kingdom willing to court you after the display you gave tonight. And good riddance. What did you say? Mother, look, there's some commotion in the ballroom. I think someone important has arrived. Indeed, whoever that is, they can afford to be late, so I'm guessing it really has to be someone important. Oh, this is going to suck. I'm so scared and embarrassed and afraid. Oh, this is going to turn out so wrong. Everyone has gone silent. What is going on? Oh, that's a pretty dress, and I was looking forward to it. You're beautiful, and look at those curls. Looks like we have a latecomer, an latecomer, an interesting one at that. That's a mighty fine dress. We unlocked a trophy. I don't applaud her lack of punctuality, but she certainly knows how to make an entrance. I wonder who she might be. I don't think punctuality is among the top qualities expected from a future queen. What about the stunning looks? Not a something, but then again, neither is the courage, or this one clearly has plenty of both. Watch out, my friend, she is coming. Good evening, your highness, and you too, captain. Good evening, my lady. Now would you please excuse me, my prince. Good evening, my lady. Oh, shit, sorry. I noticed you had just arrived. I hope you're not offended by my late arrival, my prince. These halls are so magnificent and tastefully arranged that it would be a crime to disrupt their harmony by careless attire. Not at all, my lady. It often takes an outsider's perspective to make us realize the beauty we have grown accustomed to, especially if it's tangled with memories not equally beautiful. I agree. From my experience, people tend to use beauty as a mask for pain. I guess fine halls are no exception. Neither is aesthetic wardrobe. Look around you, my lady. The people you see, beautifully dressed and smiling like something. Do you think they're all happy? They remind me too much of my own family to risk claiming they're happy. Who would have suspected such a young and serene woman to have such painful experiences? Now, who would have suspected it from a prince, or who would rather imagine him lead a life of bliss? A sharp remark, indeed. It can be blissful as long as it's ignorant. In truth, a monarch is a servant as much as a ruler. A crown or not, a king is just a man, equally dependent on circumstances and others' expectations like the rest of us. It raises an interesting question, since the king and a commoner differ so slightly. Shouldn't the people be allowed to rule themselves? I see you're quite revolutionary. Did you secretly hope to overthrow me? Why, no, there's nothing secret about it. Besides, rumor has it your highness is planning a revolution of sort himself. I must admit, you are quite an intriguing woman, my lady. Very different from the rest of the people who came here today. They don't seem to even be slightly bothered by the masks they have to wear. I wonder if it's because they wear them every single day as well. But you're different. You may be wearing a mask, but you're speaking to me plainly and honestly, risking being misunderstood or simply rejected. I can appreciate that, even if you did leave me a bit flabbergasted. I know exactly what you mean, Your Highness. Being raised in a place filled with deceit and spite, I learned very well the value of masks. When threatened people will rather forget who they are than risk being hurt, and if their surroundings require it, they will lose themselves forever to only to survive. We are slaves to we are all slaves to convention, from a servant to a lord. I must admit, I find it something terrifying that all of us are merely actors on some stage set out for us. Be it others or fate, being determined by things we can't control is frightening. I know it all too well. You speak of your family? I am. It isn't a light story, Your Highness. Definitely not a topic for a polite and charming conversation to make the time pass more pleasantly. I would like to hear about it nevertheless. If I'm not asking for too much, please tell me about your family, my lady. How could I refuse you, my prince? Well, my mother died in a labor, bringing me into this... Oh, shit! I'm sorry, someone came to see me. My mother died, bringing me into this world. My father eventually remarried a woman who already had 2 daughters. He died soon after that, so now I live with a stepmother and her 2 daughters. This is strange. I've never heard of a noble house with 3 daughters and no father. I recall one with a widow and 2 daughters still. How is it possible, my lady? Stepmother doesn't see me as one of her daughters. She allows me to stay in the house under one condition. I work as a servant for bed and board. Those who are familiar with the family knows of my existence. As for others, I wouldn't be surprised if you told everyone that she had 2 daughters, and that is that. It's unbelievable. I did warn you about this topic. It isn't very entertaining. No, I'm glad you've told me about it. It showed me how ignorant I still am, and how little I know about my own realm. Well, in that case, I'm glad you asked me about my life. Look at me babbling like a lunatic. You must be wondering whatever happened to royal manners. I forced you to speak about things which you must find painful during a ball. When we're supposed to be taking our mind off unpleasant things, please allow me to make amends. Would you do me the honor? Oh, I'm not really a dancer. Don't worry, my lady. I will show you. Oh, man! I know I wanted Sophia to win, but damn! And I'm sorry for using you, Shady Prince, but just the thought of Camosa watching us dancing with, oh man, this is going to be amazing. I thought it would all just be awful, but it's pretty cool. But we're not going for Prince, but still, geez, stop flirting. Maybe I can learn something from you as well, my prince. Is this alright? We're doing fine, my lady. This isn't as difficult as I expected. Not that I had expected to be dancing with you, my prince. And yet here we are. It feels unnatural too. Who knows, maybe it was fate that brought the 2 of us together. Fate? And what is it that really brought me here tonight? Do you truly believe it was some mystical force? I cannot imagine getting here must have been difficult for you, considering the situation. Spoiled mildly, yes, but I wouldn't call it fate, my prince. To the contrary, if it was up to fate, I'd be cleaning the dishes this very moment. No, Your Highness, the only reason I'm here is because I do not believe in any other force than my own ability to influence the world around me. I choose to shape my life the way I can, and take responsibility for the consequences of my actions. Having it any other way is cowardice, I think. A commendable attitude, my lady. This may not be the wisest thing to say at the moment, but I'll say it anyway. I consider myself lucky to have met you tonight, my lady. And now we're leaving. Like or not, I'm glad as well. Very glad to be here with you, my prince. Have I complimented your eyes already? Strange, you can't seem to remember. Neither can I. Let's assume you haven't. I can't get up. Oh, stop it, Prince. We already have a boyfriend, and he's... Nah. No, Cinders, no! I can't get enough of looking into them. They have these amazing dancing sparks in them. They suit you more than well. They speak of wit and intelligence. Now I'm sure you haven't complimented my eyes. Please do continue. What else do you find attractive? Stop it! Stop flirting! I have to end the episode here. This is going to end badly if we continue flirting with the fucking prince. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!